the camera and that, it was.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Average Husbands. As you may or may not know, this is our second time trying to shoot this episode due to some interruptions that we had. If you were here for those, we do apologize, but they've been taken care of and hopefully won't happen again. I'm your host, Jake, here with my brother, Logan. Logan, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I am not a husband, but I am average. So my name is Logan. I'm Jake's brother, and I appreciate you having me on today.
Of course, man. Happy to have you. Our friend Kyle could not be there, and as a result, it's you and I. Tried to have a couple of people guest hosts and ran out. You know what, Logan? I'll admit it. You were like the fourth option, but we got you on here. We've been needing to get you on an episode.
I was on an episode.
I don't count that one. We didn't post it really anywhere besides just YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyways, so to kind of repeat the topic that we just talked about, we did French fries. Logan is now going to use the opportunity to redo his rankings, which, as we all know on this episode, I heavily disagree with redoing rankings. I firmly believe once you rank them, it's official. But because we had to take the other live stream down and start a new one, it's going to be different opinions. So I guess that's fine. So Logan, what are your three best friends? This is Logan's topic, by the way, so this will count as topic number 1 for Logan. What are your three best and worst French fries? I will start since you got to start last time.
Okay.
I will start with my worst French fry of all, like my absolute worst French fry. It's Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake's little pencil noodle this big and this thick French fries are disgusting, and they're never edible. Even if you get a somewhat edible batch of them, it's probably like 4 a.m. You're drunk, the only person in the Steak and Shake restaurant. You've had 9 milkshakes to try and sober up, and you're just on your last resort and you don't care. And because you don't care, you're eating these French fries.
I was gonna say that's like up there with like Denny's French fries for that exact same reason.
I don't honestly know if I've never gotten anything besides breakfast at Denny's, so I don't think I've ever had their French fries.
Their French fries are not good. What a surprise! The breakfast place can't make French fries.
That surprises me none, like none. But like they're just not good. Like I don't know, Steak and Shake, not it. Their fries are terrible. What are your worst French fries?
My worst French fries list is going to still stay the same. Arby's for inconsistency. You need to eat them right out of the bag, otherwise they're terrible. McDonald's for pretty much the same reason. Plus, I never get a batch I like anymore. It's a very rare occasion where I get one that I'm like, yeah, these fries are bussin'. And my worst French fry was also Steak and Shake, because while I do enjoy them occasionally, it's typically about 3 o'clock in the morning when I enjoy them.
Well, I'm going to tell you all of the ways that you're wrong again. Having McDonald's in the bottom of a French fry ranking is absolute blasphemy. I get your argument about consistency. I think it's a weak argument at best.
It could very easily be deconstructed, but
can entirely be deconstructed, because even bad McDonald's French fries are better than some places good French fries. But McDonald's French, I think you have to look at the ceiling. Again, I'll just convert everything to fantasy football terms because that's all my brain knows how to do anymore. So if you're looking at fries, you're looking at a floor and a ceiling. So you're looking at, what they're going to be, which is edible, what they are, which is solid, and their ceiling, which is elite. And McDonald's French fries have the highest ceiling of any fast food French fry. If you've had the best McDonald's French fries you've ever had, are better than every other food experience you've had with French fries.
I've had some pretty good Five Guys fries.
Well, you're wrong, okay? Five Guys are good for 5 minutes, but even then, they're like heavy, they're super greasy. They just like, you eat like 8 of them and you're like, I'm good.
See, that's why you gotta get them Cajun.
I don't think that would change anything for me.
What?
I don't think that would change anything for me. I've never done that. I haven't had Five Guys in years because I don't want to spend that much money when I can make a better burger at home.
Yeah, that's literally the reason I don't go to Five Guys like pretty much ever anymore, unless I'm like there and I'm like, well, every other option sucks.
Yeah, like if somebody's gonna pay for my Five Guys, I'll eat it. But I'm never gonna go get it. Like even Jess has been like, "Do you want Five Guys?" And I was like, "Not really."
I don't want to spend $25 for a average meal
for myself.
Yeah,
myself is that fucking expensive there. Like,
yeah,
I don't want a single double cheeseburger. Get the fuck out of here, former fat kid. I want all the double cheeseburgers.
I want at least 2, and that alone is $18.
Yeah, and then you get a drink and fries, and you're like, all right, well,
I have to take out a second mortgage.
Yeah, let me just sell my car to eat a goddamn fast food restaurant. It's just not what we want it to be. We'll put it that way. Anyways, so you did it wrong and just listed your 3 worst.
I thought that's what you would
No,
ask.
I said you're worse. We have to redo the whole segment, Logan. Okay. Have you never reshot a podcast before?
No.
I've maybe had to reshoot a podcast once or twice. Will not confirm nor deny. Never on Two Average Husbands. This is the first reshoot of Two Average Husbands, actually. So, Logan, how does it feel to be responsible for that?
Good old computer over here causing the first issue.
I hate you. Anyways, so yes, so my other 2 worst French fries. I'm trying to even remember what I said. They were ass though. Sonic was there.
Sonic was your
third worst.
Yeah, third worst.
And then my second worst was In-N-Out, which I still firmly stand by both of those. Those are not changing. If I never have a French fry from any of the 3 places I just listed, I will not be upset.
Yeah.
Like if
In-N-Out also, it's like their burgers are not as good as people make them out to be.
Uncle Kyle says McDonald's fries are shit. You're wrong.
Thank you, Kyle.
You're wrong. Wrong. Anyways, so since we're doing it your way now, apparently, since it's your topic, the 3 best French fries. Number 1 is McDonald's. Again, highest ceiling of any French fry on the market, bar none. Number 2, Wingstop. That seasoning, oh my God. Just that's all I have to say.
Yeah, just
on the first iteration of the podcast, we did a whole conversation about how Wingstop's wings are better than B-Dub's wings, but B-Dub's sauces are better than Wingstop sauces, and I still firmly stand by that, and I have done and will do again. The act of going to Buffalo Wild Wings and just buying sauce and going to Wingstop and buying wings. I've done it and I will do it because it's that much better.
Well, plus something I didn't even mention back or on the other part, but I just thought about now. Also, there are times where you will get like B-Dub's wings and 4 of them are just drenched and the rest of them are dry as hell.
Yeah.
But you don't have that issue when you're doing it yourself because you're like, or if you do, at that point, you know that I'm the issue, not them.
I'm the problem. Am I the drama?
Perhaps.
But yeah, Wingstop is number 2. What did I say was my number 3 last time? Did I say Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, because I think you agreed with me on because Chick-fil-A was my 3rd.
No. I said RB curly fries.
Yep. Because Chick-fil-A was my 3rd best.
Again, I think we have to look at ceiling more than we have to look at floor in an argument of best. Like,
see, but that's why like Chick-fil-A is up there for me.
No. The ceilings of Chick-fil-A fries are good. So here's my argument.
Okay.
You will never go to Chick-fil-A just to get fries.
Okay.
I will go to McDonald's just to get fries. I would go to Wingstop just to get fries. I will go to Arby's just to get curly fries. That's the main reason I go to Arby's. Even though Arby's is very underrated, the curly fries are the star of the show.
Plus,
you will never go to Chick-fil-A and be like, "Let me get a large fry." Like you'll get that. You also get yourself an 8-piece nugget, maybe a spicy chicken sandwich, no pickle, add cheese.
Absolutely, you're gonna get a lemonade light ice.
You might. I'm gonna get a Diet Dr. Pepper light ice. choices. But also, yeah, like there's just, I think to be in the conversation of the best fries, you have to, like, that has to be one of the driving reasons for you to go to that restaurant.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think you have to be able to, like, I think you have to go to that restaurant for the fries. And Uncle Kyle, you are correct. Wendy's fries do slap. They're very good. I used to hate them, which is weird. I don't know if they changed the way they made them or something, but when they first introduced like the sea salt fries, like what they have now, I didn't like them. I straight up would not get fries at Wendy's, and then one time I had them, and I was like, "Holy shit, these are delicious."
yeah. Well, and that's why obviously 3 for me is Chick-fil-A, and it's because I've actually gone to Chick-fil-A for precisely fries and Chick-fil-A sauce.
You're an idiot.
That combo is god tier. That's all I'm saying. Number 2 for me is Wendy's, because Wendy's fries are heavenly. Plus, you get a frosty, you dip them in the frosty. There's just nothing that can compare, outside of when you said Arby curly fries and a Jamocha shake. It's the same thing, except I personally just think that Wendy's sea salt fries hit a little harder. And then my
You're
best
wrong, that's
fry
fine.
is actually the only one I'm switching, because you had mentioned it after the fact, is Taco Bell nacho fries. Because
I don't think you can count it. It's not. They're not there consistently enough. They'd be in my top 3. They would kick curly fries out. They're that good, but because it's either seasonal or just like they change their mind on whether they want to offer it or not. I don't think you can include it.
Well, but see, I can include it because they have them right now, I think.
I mean, I guess maybe you're right, but
I know that because I ordered them yesterday.
yeah, but it's the 4th time they've taken it away and brought it back.
The fucking McRib has been back and forth all the time, and people are still like raving about it.
I'm not. The McRib is ass.
I agree, but people still do it.
Yeah, I guess. Regardless,
fine. If not, Five Guys. Five Guys Cajun fries. Outside of the last time I had them, which they were not good.
They're not even the best Cajun fries. I'd rather get Popeye's Cajun fries.
I've never had Popeye's Cajun fries.
You're missing out because Popeye's is amazing.
I get Popeyes all the time. I just haven't had the French fries.
What are you getting as a side?
Mac and cheese.
Why?
Because it slaps.
Not as much as the fries.
Also, a lot of the time I just get sandwiches.
Yeah, same.
I don't even get sides.
It comes with a side. It's cheaper to
get
get the meal. I was like, yeah, it's a fucking $1 more to get the meal. I'll take a drink and fries for $1. Be stupid not to. It's an investment in myself.
I typically get one, and then I get the mac and cheese, and then I order another sandwich. Because I get 2 sandwiches. You gotta get a spicy, and you gotta get a classic. And I know that you get both of them without mayo because you hate mayo.
But that's why you can't get the spicy. That's a thing that pisses me off about Popeyes. Their spicy chicken sandwich is only spicy because it's a spicy mayo. The actual chicken itself is not spicy.
The breading is kind of.
No, it's not. I literally asked for it no mayo, and they're like, you know it won't be spicy then. It'll just be a chicken sandwich. Like, it's just Cajun seasoning. And if you think Cajun seasoning is spicy, you are living up to your color very well.
No,
is pepper too spicy for you? A little cayenne kicking your ass?
A little bit.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. But, no, it's not spicy. I mean, none of them are. Like, Chick-fil-A's spicy chicken sandwich isn't spicy. Wendy's, like, spicy chicken sandwich isn't spicy. Most of the, like, spicy chicken sandwiches aren't spicy.
Yeah.
We get it. You know how cayenne pepper and butter work, and you made, like, a shitty buffalo sauce, and you just soaked the breadcrumbs in that.
I did have one spicy chicken sandwich from somewhere, but I don't remember. It was like an actual sit-down restaurant, though.
Oh, yeah, that's different because they actually know what they're doing. But like
Lazy Dogs. It was Lazy Dogs.
I don't think I've ever had Lazy Dogs.
Yeah, it's kind of a smaller restaurant. It's up in Naperville, but it's actually pretty.
I've heard of it, but I've just never gone.
Yeah.
Anyways, that wraps up segment number 1. Logan, how is your 2-hour-old peppermint mocha treating you?
Wonderful. I am basically done with it now.
My AHA is a 10 out of 10. AHA, please sponsor us. I love your sparkling water and would like to not have to pay for it. And if you make me a sponsored podcaster, I guess.
Affiliate.
I will drink 2 cans of AHA on every episode in coordinates with the beers that I drink. I will still rank the beers. I'll give them a fair review. But AHA will always be a 10 out of 10 in my heart. That's a sales pitch if I ever heard one right there. All right. Rolling into my first topic of the week. Logan.
Okay.
Of all the sports that you've played, what is your favorite, least favorite, and which one do you wish you were better at? I say this knowing that I'm the best athlete in the family. There is no questions about that. Don't even give me that look.
It's between you and I.
I've always been the best athlete. I always will be the best athlete. Not bragging, just facts. I've always been the best at sport. Pick a sport. I've been better than you at it.
Not lacrosse.
Even Dad says, and Dad likes to talk down my athletic ability. I could play lacrosse for 20 minutes and be just as good, if not better than you. I'm fully confident in that. Maybe bragging at this point. Maybe bragging. Just a little bit.
Probably.
Just a baby brag. But what sports do you wish you could be better at? Which sport do you like the most, and which sport do you like the least?
So, sport that I wish I could be better at is absolutely basketball. I am so fucking bad at basketball.
I mean, yeah, but like, who cares? It's basketball. It's a shitty sport. That's right. I said it. Get at me in the comments, people. Come fight me.
I agree with that entirely.
Basketball sucks. College basketball is cool. Women's basketball is actually really cool. The NBA sucks. So boring. I haven't watched a game in probably 10 years. Probably won't watch another one.
It's all squeaks. That's all it is.
Just the squeaky noise.
Yeah. And it drives me insane.
I can't even like mimic it with anything. I'm like trying to like think of ways that I can make a squeaky sound at my desk, and I just can't.
Like every time that any of my friends are like, "Hey, let's go play basketball," I'm like, "I'm good," and I have to like avoid it because I can't hit a shot to save my fucking life.
Just play defense and make layups. That's all I do.
I can't even make layups.
And you suck. All you have to do is jump.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
If you jump and just like extend towards the rim as much as you can, you make the shot.
I'm so bad. I'm that bad. I always hit like the like flat part, and it never bounces up against the actual like backboard, and then it just kind of just rolls off the end. And I'm like, okay, great. People have told that to me before. They're like, just play defense. Like, I'm good at defense on it, and they're like, just shoot layups. And I go, I'll fucking miss.
Yeah, you probably will. You suck. Sorry that I just, instead of teaching you guys how to play basketball when we were younger, I just beat you.
Yeah, you just like shit down my throat. I'm good at horse for some reason.
You've always been good at like dumb shit though. Like that's just a life thing. Like Logan is the guy who when we're playing a video game, if we tell you this gun is the worst gun in the game, don't use it. He will pick it up and drop 30 kills with it. He will fucking run the worst play in Madden and score a touchdown every time on like a fullback dive. Yeah. Like just the dumbest shit always works for this kid.
Jake, it's funny that because when you said that, my first thought was when I dropped 33 kills in a CS:GO match with nothing but the Nova.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. It's so dumb. Like it's.
Or like in Tarkov when I take a Keter and I kill a 6-man earlier, or 6 people earlier today. Like it makes no fucking sense.
I hate you. I just hate that you have that ability in you. So the sport that I wish I was better at, that's the one you started with, right? Mm-hmm. I wish I was a better golfer. I'm a good golfer, but like I wish I was like good enough to make money golfing. Even like if I never made it to like the PGA tour, like even just doing like mini tours or being able to just like work as a coach, like a teaching professional, like that'd be sick. Just, like
small rural
like playing like local tournaments, like win a grand here and there, just like show up and win. Mm-hmm. That'd be sick. Golf is so hard, and I don't think people recognize how hard it is to be good at golf.
Yeah, like I've only golfed once, and I wasn't horrible, but by no means was I good.
Yeah, and I mean any Jamocha Shake who like golfs enough can be okay.
Yeah,
but like it takes so much work to be good.
Like Pat McAfee, he's not good, but he's just played enough that he's like, meh.
And that's how I was for a long time. It wasn't until like recently that I like started to care about my golf swing. And like I used to be able to just go out there, like I'd play golf with dad, I'd shoot low 80s and I'd be fine, but it was a terrible swing. I just knew like that it worked and I knew my distances and like I can read greens and putt pretty well. But like I actually like want to be good at golf. And I think that'd be sick. But it's so hard. It's one of those things where it's like I just don't have the time and or money to go to the range all the time and practice. Like I don't have the time to just like I have a net and I have a bunch of golf balls. Like I could just practice at home.
Yeah.
But it's so much work to like go set the net up and set the mat up so I don't mess up the grass too bad. And like the mat's like not good for training either because it sits higher than the ground. So like my contact point will be off. Like there's just a lot of reasons why it's not good.
And then you'll be over swinging everything.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. It's one of those things that's really hard to practice, and I wish I could be better at it. What sport do you hate? Like, what sport is that you played do you like the least?
Probably baseball. And I knew that was the reaction you were going to get. For the sole fact that I got so fucking bored while playing it.
Because not wrong. It's a boring sport, but it's really fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I would just sit out in the outfield because I was fast as hell and I had a cannon for an arm and I just
You didn't have a cannon for your arm. Shut up.
I absolutely did have a cannon.
You had a cannon when you were a 12-year-old playing with 10-year-olds. Calm down there, Skippy.
No.
You did not have a cannon for an arm.
I could absolutely throw it from the outfield fence to home plate.
Okay, that doesn't mean you have a cannon. It just means you know how to throw a ball.
Yeah, like 250 yards.
250. You can throw a baseball 750 feet.
Sorry, 250 feet.
Okay. Doesn't mean you have a cannon. It means you know how to throw a ball in an arc.
At 14?
Yeah. Logan, at 14, I threw 80 miles an hour.
All right, well, fuck you. But still, like, it's just boring sitting out in the outfield and just being like, yep, no one's going to hit a ball out here because this is Little League, or like, this is Pony.
Why do you think I refuse to play the outfield? It's the most boring position in sports. Period.
Well, it was either that or I played first base because I was lefty, and I loved first base. But then my coaches would be like, "Nah, we're gonna throw you out in the outfield because fucking Dingle Dick over there can't chase the ball down fast enough."
They weren't wrong. Yeah, your teams were mostly ass.
Yeah, and then of course my last season we went undefeated, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm done." And Dad's like, "Why?" And I go, "I want to end on a high note before I get put onto another team that makes
I want
me
to end
hate
on
myself."
the one high note that I ever had in the sport.
That where I wasn't the best kid at everything except hitting far, because I could hit, just could not hit far.
Yeah, you were you're what we call a punch and Judy. You're just slapping the ball around, not going anywhere.
I would hit shallow outfield and advance the bases every single time.
For reference, there were multiple times where we would do like parents/brothers versus the team, and all of us would hit, like I would hit lefty, and I'm not a switch hitter by any means, and I would hit it farther than him as a lefty with no experience hitting lefty.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I'll admit it.
You made contact, Mike. Hey, if we ever like, if somebody told me pick one person to hit a ground ball to the shortstop or I'm dead, I'm picking Logan 100 times out of 100. That man is rolling the ball to the shortstop every time.
Or if you need someone to perfectly put a bunt down the third baseline, that person is me.
Yeah, but nobody cares about bunting. I think bunting should be outlawed in the sport of baseball. I could do a whole episode on why bunting is the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
I know, and it's the one thing in baseball that I perfected because they would bunt and then I would just sprint to first and be there before the ball even like stopped rolling.
True. If the sport that I played that I hated the most is different than how it's at the time it was soccer. Mm-hmm. Now I would say basketball. Just because I just don't like the sport. The sport still doesn't make sense to me. It's just not. I'm not a fan. But when I was a kid, I definitely would have said soccer, mostly because I hated running. I still don't like running, but I enjoy it more than I did as a kid. But it was also just like I was really good at soccer, and then they made me play play positions that I was not as good at because I was too good for like, again, not bragging. Like there was multiple times where I would like, there's not the face off in the center, but like one team starts with the ball, and like the rule was always like you have to pass it to somebody. Well, I didn't like that rule, so I would just like kick the ball 2 feet backwards as like a pass to myself, and I would just kick it towards the goal. And I made it.
You just take it.
Well, no, I made it. I made it multiple times, and they were like, "Nope." I'm like, "But I scored." They're like, "No." I'm like, "No," but like I saw the ball hit the net.
Yeah,
the ball went in the goal.
It went into the back. The goalie missed it.
Yeah, it's. Anyways, I hated it when I was a kid. I appreciate it so much more now.
Yeah.
And now my answer would be basketball. Like if I could go back, I would have just never played basketball.
I think I played like 1 season of basketball, and I just hated it.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's
Soccer weirdly was the sport that I got hurt probably the second most in. Like I got hurt a lot. I got hurt quite a few times in baseball, but like in soccer, like I broke my nose, I broke a rib, broke fingers. Like I just got messed up playing soccer. I was a goalie one time. I dove on the ball and got kicked in the face by a kid trying to kick the ball out of my arms. Broke my nose.
I do remember that part.
Was fun.
Yeah.
Almost the first time I ever got into a fight.
Yeah, because you were
angry. I'm big angry. Still am. Still kind of salty about it. Whoever kicked me in the face, fuck you.
Yeah, dick. If you're watching this, suck my dick.
Anyways, what was the sport that you played that was your favorite? Like, flat out favorite? I think I know the answer, but yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, lacrosse.
Why?
So
I'm curious.
I don't know why. I started my freshman year of high school because I stopped playing baseball, and it was more fun because there's always something happening. There's not like a lot of downtime outside of like the face off, but I did have a big gripe with it, and it wasn't even necessarily my favorite sport. And I thought about quitting multiple times until about my junior and senior year. And it was mainly because my junior and senior year, I started to get more play time, even though I was fine to play on either way. I played JV all 4 years. I'll specify that. My last 2 years, I played JV by choice. I was offered to play varsity, but I wanted to train the new kids because most of our team at the time were juniors and seniors, so they were all going to leave, and then our team was just going to be terrible. And I was like, okay, well, I want to help out as much as I can. So I did that. And then junior year, I played a lot more at the midfield position. And I didn't do a whole lot, but I started scoring goals there, which that's always great. And then I was like, all right, I hate this position. I have no stamina, but I'm fast. And it's like, then I finally convinced the coach to put me in as an attack, and wouldn't you know it, I scored like 30 goals that season. Because no one could fucking stop me.
Sometimes it's just about finding the right position. But yeah, I knew your answer was going to be lacrosse. It was the only sport that you ever seemed good at. No offense.
No, that's fine.
But like,
I was average at baseball at best.
Yeah, like I think it's just I think we can all be honest about our athletic ability. Like, I was good at baseball. Probably would have been good at football if I played longer.
Ethan was good at soccer. That's it.
He was good at. He was decent at cross country. Like he could run. He had stamina. Like we all had a sport that we were best at. I was the best like all around athlete. Like I said, I could just pick up any sport and play it. I think that was just like.
When it comes to Olympic sports, though, I'll beat your ass.
No.
Catch these hands in chess.
Man, fuck out of here. We playing ping pong. Kyle and I actually
ping pong.
Kyle and I actually talked about that. We were talking about like what Olympic sport you think you have the best chance of like competing in. I said golf.
For me, it would have to be like ping pong.
No, I said that was my backup, and he said no, that is one of the hardest ones to play, and I'm taking his word for it. But the sport that I love the most is baseball. I don't think there's a question about that. I don't think there's any question about that. I played baseball my entire life. I was going to go to college, play baseball. Like, baseball was my 24/7, 365.
Oh, yeah.
Like even when I played other sports, I was doing it to get better at baseball. Like to stay active, to stay
Yeah.
doing something. Like baseball was always the goal for me. I still wish I knew if I knew what I know about nutrition and training then, like if I knew what I know now then,
Yeah. You would
I
have been
probably
much
would have
better.
I won't say I could have gone pro, though I do think that was within my realms of possibilities.
Yeah.
Even if just like independent league baseball, like I've done independent league baseball tryouts and I've done well at them. I've never played professionally, but like I think I could have. If I really put my heart into it, I know I could have.
See, and that's like the complete opposite with me because there's not a shot in the world I could have played professional lacrosse.
Oh yeah, no way.
No.
Professional lacrosse players are freaks in a
Yeah,
good way.
And like college lacrosse is the same way. It's a lot more boring than high school lacrosse. High school lacrosse is by far the most entertaining lacrosse to watch because it's a lot more physical because we're all highly testosteroned out kids that are just fucking wailing on each other. And it's just like, cool, you're on the crease. Shoot it at 95 miles an hour and hope that the goalie doesn't tear an ACL.
Yeah, like it's just there is something about the like rawness of not professional sports, like of high school athletics, that's just kind of sick. It's kind of cool just to like see everybody just go off.
And then there's like high school football, which just kind of sucks.
Yeah, high school football is so bad. Uncle Kyle says the family isn't exactly gifted sports wise. I disagree.
Yeah,
I was.
I'm pretty average.
Our mom was good at sports. She went to college on a softball scholarship, like or track I don't remember what sport.
I think it was track.
Part of me wants to say basketball. I don't know. She had a scholarship somewhere for something, but
Dad is like good at rugby.
He was like a sneaky athlete. Like he was in really good shape. He was a runner.
Yeah.
For a lot of his youth, and that definitely didn't continue on into adulthood. But
yeah,
like he did it, and that's cool. But yeah, I mean that's all I really have on the subject. Why don't we hop into your second topic of the week?
All right, my second topic is favorite accidental like football moment that has turned into a forever meme.
Ooh.
For me, it's quite simple. The butt fumble.
I mean, that's the cliche answer.
No.
Like that's as basic as that's where my brain went to even just like realize what you were talking about.
But now, because of a specific YouTuber, which you might figure this out, it is making fun of Tom Brady for the sole fact of getting Tom Brady lovers to get upset.
Hey man, you gotta get those clicks.
See,
which reminds me, if you ever see my podcast on YouTube, click on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, see, that's the thing as well, is a lot of the things he brings up, he's kind of right on.
I actually don't know what YouTuber you're talking about, but I respect it. I'm
Barry
trying to think.
Oh, who I got?
You got buried. You got buried
over something that like realistically could have and should have been true.
Yeah, probably.
It wouldn't have been the most like controversial Bears player in history.
Yeah, but it still happened. I don't know, like if I'm thinking of like bad football moments that turned into a meme. Like I could probably just do sports in general and probably come up with a few. Like football alone would be hard. I'm trying to even think of like gaffes that were so bad.
There's
maybe the butt fumble.
There's Dan Orlovsky running out the back of the end zone.
Yeah. There's the guy There's the guy who ran the wrong way. Like he had an interception and then ran into his own end zone.
Yeah.
That
and then it was a safety.
Or like anytime somebody shows off and then like Deshaun Jackson when he was running into the end zone and dropped the ball too early, or Don Beebe, Illinois love child Don Beebe, when he went and stripped the ball Uncle Kyle says when Tony Romo fumbled the hold, which time? I feel like it happened a lot.
Yeah.
That's why the Cowboys don't have a Super Bowl ring in the past few years. Yeah, like football specifically, that's really it. And like if we start thinking of other sports, baseball, the guy who went to catch the home run and hit off his head, Jose Canseco, hit off his head, went over the fence for a home run. I think you have to have like other sports. There's one, I forget which basketball player it was, but he goes to make like a full court shot at the end of the half and sails the basket by like 80 feet. Like he's just like he was acting like he had to throw it the whole stadium. Like just nowhere close. Like
Which
not
is actually almost more impressive.
yeah. Golf, there's like professional golfers like topping the ball is the funniest thing in the world to me. Because I'm like, it's one of us.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we're out here playing our favorite game of whack fuck.
Whack. Fuck. I think golf, like anytime too, like you see golfers like they'll have what we call like it's a fly or lie. So the ball is like perched up in the grass a little bit. It's nice, but when it gets funny is when it's like really close to the green, and so they'll take like a lofted wedge and they'll try and get it up in the air, and they'll just swing under the ball, and the ball will just get deeper into the grass. Like that's always good.
Or Sammy Sosa, where he broke his bat and then was no, it's not corked. No, what are you saying? It's not corked. And then got like upset and started throwing bats and other shit around the dugout. And it's like, dude, you cheated, got caught, and then are blaming it on everyone else.
Yeah.
You're making everyone else's issue.
There was a baseball player, I want to say it was Phil Niekro, a knuckleballer, and he used to take a nail file and file down the ball so it would move differently. And like one game, the umpires came to check him, and he like put his hands in his pocket to like take it out of his pocket, and then like threw it, and everybody saw him throw it, and he was trying to like, that's not mine. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, it's always great watching like, and those are some of the best memes too, because then you just see all the like the actual memes of people being like me trying to hide my affair from my wife, and then it's like him throwing it back.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's whenever you can tie those memes into something else, that's when you know like that you made it.
Or even just like the Aaron Rodgers one, when he got with the chin strap like here
over his nose.
Yeah,
probably wouldn't caught COVID if he was wearing stuff over his nose more frequently. But I digress. There's always some good ones out there. I mean, there's probably even more. Like, it's not really a meme. It wasn't like a fail or anything, but like when Shaq dunked and broke the backboard.
Yeah.
Like that was funny.
It's never like the moments that people want to be funny that are remembered. It's the moments that people don't want to be remembered that are the funniest and the ones we always remember.
Yeah, they're the ones we will never forget.
Yeah, like it's the stupid shit that is what we like, because no one likes the hero. No one likes the people that are funny. Like no one likes George Kittle because he's funny. Everyone likes George Kittle. He is very funny. Everyone likes George Kittle because he trucked people. He run ball far. Sometimes he fucking misses. Like there's so many clips of George Kittle literally doing this and the ball just like hitting his fingers, and then he just kind of stares at it as it falls. And it's like, huh.
One of my favorite sports memes in general. It's not like people made it into a meme. It just kind of is. Anytime there's an incomplete pass in the NFL, you have your defensive backs who are just like, no. And I'm like, the quarterback overthrew him by 40 yards. You had no impact on that play. And he's just like, yeah.
Or the Bears player that got the sack on I don't remember who, and then jumps up and tears his ACL.
Oh yeah, celebrating. Yeah, it's just dumb. Like again, it's just dumb. Milton Bradley arguing with the umpire and tearing his ACL. That's always a classic. Milton Bradley, when he forgot there were only 2 outs, threw the ball into the stand, gave up a run. Like there's so many.
Tom Brady Tom Brady doing this. Yup.
I thought it was fourth down. Yeah, it was fourth down. Now it's fifth down, aka their ball. Yeah, I mean, there's some classic sports memes out there. I don't think there's really any argument about that. Football, it's hard to just think of like a couple.
Yeah, especially because like
I think the other sport ones are funnier too. Like,
yeah,
but they're still solid. They're still solid. Can't complain too much. All right, moving into my last topic of the evening. Logan, what's your opinion on ASMR and other weird niche YouTube channels?
Oh God. Oh.
I'm gonna have to actually use this one again when Kyle is on because I really want to hear his opinion on some things. But yeah, what's your opinion on like ASMR channels or like just any like niche genre of YouTube channel that you want to talk about? Like, what are your kind of thoughts on them? Because I have like a lot of channels that I really enjoy watching right now. A lot of channels like Nexpo, Nightmind, like channels that really cover like ARGs, alternate reality games, and like creepy stuff like that is really cool.
Do let me know.
Let me know. Yeah, his are really good. I've just more recently gotten into his. I've been watching a lot of Iceberg videos as well recently.
Yeah.
And some of them are dog shit. Like there's just one guy, I won't say his name, I don't want to trash him. He makes a ton of them. He's got like 30 or 40,000 YouTube subscribers, but they're so bad. Like you get no information out. Like that's why I want to know. I want to watch shit. I want to learn something.
Yeah.
And he's just like reading the first headline he finds off of Google.
And it's like, just cool. If I wanted this, I could have just done it myself.
Yeah, I was like, I could have Googled the iceberg myself, and the Reddit comments would have been a better description.
Yeah.
Like, so some of them are terrible. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are great. Wendigoon, great. A guy, you want to talk about like an overnight success? The man, like, the first time I watched one of his iceberg videos when he was doing the, what was the one that really made him famous? Christ, why am I blanking? It was, like the conspiracy theory iceberg. When he made the first one and I watched it, he had like 15,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Now he's got...
As of right now, he has 778,000 subscribers. That has all been within the span of like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, I've watched some of these, and I didn't even realize... And oh my lord, yeah. So
I'm pulling up his growth chart here. Like,
I'm not sure if this is like necessarily counts as a niche channel, but I've always loved like Mr. GG when he did more specifically the Predator Chronicles, where he like recapped all of the How to Catch a Predator episodes and like Hansen vs. Predator. And it's like he was funny as hell. He did really good like research and just all of the jokes just landed. But at the same time, it's like, how did I get onto How to Catch a Predator videos? Like, I don't know how I'm here, but I enjoy it. And now he does like just other commentaries. But ASMR channels specifically, I get what they're going for, but there's some weird ASMR things.
I just saw one, like, it wasn't even on actually YouTube. It was on TikTok. It was like a person with like a Yeti snow. Actually, I think it might have been actually just my microphone now that I'm thinking about it. But they had like a plastic bag over the microphone and then had like a bunch of like paste and stuff on it, or like rubbing a toothbrush on it. It's just so like that. I can get the whispering channels, like the whispering and stuff like that. I can get.
Like that can help people to sleep.
Yeah, like Uncle Kyle said it in the chat. He was like, they're good when you can't sleep. Like, I agree. Like, the whispering ones are. Like, some of those, like, I've seen some, like, ASMR storytelling channels that are really cool, where it's just, like, a person whispering into the mic, and they're telling a story. Like, those are cool. But, like, the ones with, like, eating or, like, weird noises like that, no, fuck that. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
And I don't know who that's there to satisfy outside of, like, the weird people that have, like, mukbang fetishes and shit like that.
It's mukbang.
Fuck off. It's dumb is what it is.
Yes, you're correct. They're the dumbest thing.
It is someone gorging themselves on food and then slowly killing themselves because of it.
Sometimes, yes. There are actually, now that I think about it, I'm like kind of weird. And there's some like mukbang-ish channels that I've watched. Like when people do like food challenges, like Will Tennyson does a lot of food challenges. He'll do like the 10,000 calorie. He did a 20,000 calorie challenge. Eric the Electric does a bunch of really high calorie like food eating challenges. But I don't watch it to like watch people eat food. I watch it to be like, holy shit, they did that. Like I
yeah,
couldn't.
like holy shit, they're eating more calories than I eat in a week.
I eat
in a day.
I track my calories now, and I eat 2,400 calories a day. These guys did 20 grand in a day. Like they did almost I don't really feel like doing the math right now, but like 7 days worth, like a week's worth of calories.
It would be about 8.5 days.
Yeah. Like almost, over a week's worth of calories in 24 hours, not even 24 hours, realistic. It's like 16 hours.
Oh my fucking, so I just thought about this because I was just talking about Mr. Gigi. He kind of did a bunch of videos. There's a fuckload of people that buy things off the dark web.
Oh yeah, those are so fake.
And it's like, who?
Like, bro,
who is
you're
this
not
for?
buying shit on the dark web. Like you're not fucking doing it.
J-Station.
Yeah.
J-Station.
Like I went on the dark web. Now my girlfriend's dead. Like,
and then it's like calling Freddy Fazbear at 3 a.m. and it's like, fucking shut up.
Communicating with my dead girlfriend via Ouija board at 2 a.m. Like, fuck off.
It's like your girlfriend's not dead.
Yeah.
She never died. You don't even have a girlfriend because you're a lonely piece of garbage.
Yeah. There's some of them that are just like, there's some of them that are so clearly fake. But there's also like, I don't know. I think we should also like acknowledge like there's a lot of really good creative content creators out there who have stuff somewhat like that. Like Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers. Yeah. Like he really got popular off of doing like the deep web explorations, and a lot of people have kind of come out and said like he doesn't know as much as it seems like he does, but I don't think he ever is really like claiming to know a lot. I think he's just like showing people what's out there.
He knows more about like cybersecurity because that's what his.
I think that was his career prior to the YouTube.
What his actual job is. I think he does both currently. He's a consultant, and it's what he did before. So when it comes to like hacking and cybersecurity, yeah, he's probably pretty good. When it comes to dark web stuff, probably not.
But I also think like in my view, I've watched a lot of his videos. I don't think he's ever claiming to like be an expert on the dark web.
Yeah, no.
He's just like showing you what's out there. Because I think people overestimate what the dark web is. Yeah. And I don't know. I think he does a really good job of like showing people that a lot of it is just bullshit. Like edgy art projects that people were like, let's put this on the Tor browser.
Yeah. Well, and the Tor browser literally was made by the government so that they could do like unknown investigations with people not realizing it. Because otherwise people would go look at their website and go, oh, the FBI's looking at me because this is an unsourced like browser. And and that's the thing is 80% of the internet is on the dark web the deep web. And that's like, you can go to there and find anything. Yeah. You can find I could find my old address and schools and school teachers and all of that garbage because all of those records are just there.
It's public record. Like it's not. Yeah.
It's anything that is public record is found on you can find it on the Tor.
Yeah.
But then it's like dark web is specifically like where you go to buy, like where the Silk Road was, where you bought drugs.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff. And that's the thing that people don't understand. And it's why those channels get millions and millions of views when people just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And it's so clearly fake, but people are like, oh, well, this is real because it's on the dark web or the deep web. And it's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of it is just like feeding off of like people's lack of knowledge for lack of a better way to kind of describe it. But I think there's also like most of them aren't claiming to be educational. Like like it's very clearly like you can tell when it's a clickbait video. At least I can. Maybe I have a brain and other people don't, but like I can tell when shit's fake. I can tell when shit's real. I'm not stupid.
Okay, so not sure if this is kind of different than what the question was asking. It's more so a kind of YouTuber I don't like, and I despise like football YouTubers that have no idea what they're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
a lot of them are bad. Like there's a lot of I see them on TikTok a lot too, but it's just like
Not even just fantasy, just football in general.
yeah,
I it's a black guy that plays a lot of sports games and breaks controllers. I don't remember
Flight?
his name.
Flight Reacts?
Flight. He's like, oh, I would have never let that happen to me. It's like, dude, shut up. You are a twig
Yeah.
and would have gotten obliterated.
yeah.
And him specifically is like, he knows nothing about football and acts like he knows everything.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of people that are like that. And I'll be the first to admit, I know a little bit about football. I'm learning every day, and I'm getting better about knowing things about
You're
football.
welcome, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Not even just in the fantasy aspect, but just like general football knowledge.
Actual football.
I'm getting a lot better at it and understanding stuff. But yeah, like as Kyle just said, the amount of clickbait around that kind of stuff too is astounding. Because I looked up one thing about the Deshaun Watson rumors, and then my YouTube feed was just like Deshaun Watson getting traded, confirmed, this like shocking trade, and it's just nothing.
It's like, yeah, you read one rumor off of Twitter that we all read, and now you're gonna try and make a YouTube video off of it. Like,
and they're always 10 minutes. Like,
oh yeah, weirdly they can get those 10 minutes for pre-rolls.
Yeah,
Weird.
and it's like, no, this is not a good video.
Also,
and,
like, I have ad block, so it's really not a problem for me. But like,
I just have YouTube Red, so it doesn't matter to me either. But
yeah, but regardless, like, if I see a your video is 10 minutes and 4 seconds, and there's 4 pre-rolls in it, and it's a clickbait title, 0% chance I'm watching it.
yeah, I'm like,
Zero.
I'm gonna get this information off of 2 Google searches, and that's all I need.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm fully for supporting creators. Like I have, like there's a golf YouTube channel, Good. They have an apparel line. I've supported that. I own a few of their hats. I will probably buy more of their stuff in the future. Like just really good dudes. I really like the content that they make. Like I've supported other YouTubers as well in various different ways, whether that be like, a subscription, like now that you can do like the paid subscriptions, like I've done that for some smaller YouTubers that have it. I bought merch. I've shared their content, that kind of thing, which I don't think is too big of a deal, like too big of an ask. But it's just like it's just like there's people out there who are really great, and there's a lot of really bad people out there too. And I think there's people that get a bad rep. Like there's a lot of YouTubers that I've seen like get knocked for the content that they make.
And it's like, just don't watch it.
Yeah, like there's some which I think like rightfully should be criticized.
Yeah.
And then there's just some where it's just like there's a fitness YouTuber, Max Tuning. He also owns Everforward Apparel and Sour Strips. And like people like to give him shit for clickbaiting his videos. He's like, I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years. I can't keep putting out the same title every day. Like nobody will watch my shit. Like he's like, I'm not making most of my income off of YouTube anymore. He's like, he owns 2 companies.
Yeah,
he's invested in a bunch of other things too. Like,
yeah,
he's making clickbait. But guess what? He's acknowledging that he's making clickbait. He's telling you he's doing it. He's telling you why he's doing it. Like
he's not.
He uploads, and him and another fitness YouTuber who's in his friend group, Christian Guzman. A lot of times, like they'll upload the video with one channel, see how it does, and if it's good, if it's performing well, they'll keep that title. And if not, they'll change it. They'll make it clickbaity, and weirdly, it gets more views. Like you have to play. If you are making money on YouTube, you have to play the algorithm to an extent. I think people who have bad intentions, though, like JStation and others, they're a problem.
Yeah, those are the ones that I think that you can more rightfully criticize because they're very clearly like abusing children to like get extra views by their clickbait titles.
Oh yeah, you can always that's another place where I have like issues is like it depends on the audience. Like the audience of a fitness YouTuber
is
for the most part
like
isn't
teenagers,
12-year-olds. Yeah. And if it's like a person who's clickbaiting to sell a supplement or sell a training plan or stuff like that I have a problem. Like V-Shred, worst in the fit. Yeah, guess what? He's wrong. Do cardio. Yeah. One, it may not help you lose a ton of weight if you do it wrong, but hey, it's good for your heart.
Yeah.
You will live longer, probably, not a doctor, if you do cardio. Like
Not
it's
medical
science,
advice, but probably.
probably, yeah, a doctor somewhere, probably. Like do your cardio, eat in a caloric deficit. He gets that right. You do need to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight. That is
Is he like a super keto YouTuber?
no. He's just like a don't do. He's like a I don't know. His content's really hard to describe. It's really bad. His programs are the most generic shit in the world.
Oh, we love cookie cutter programs
Fucking Christ.
that are. Let me guess, $99.99.
Yeah, something stupid. Like, don't get me wrong. I've paid for fitness programs in the past, and I probably will do it again. But it's from people that I know have good. People that I know have good intentions, and like people that I just want to support.
Well, and like, it kind of entirely different. I am super into like Warhammer 40K. So there's a lore channel that my partner and I watch all the time, and so I have merchandise from them, and I am a supporter on their Patreon, and I'm like constant in their Discord. I have notes that I've offered to give him for one of their videos because I did it for a school project. And like those YouTubers, if I did that, they would give me hella praise and possibly even free merch if they like did it. But at the same time, there's other YouTubers that I would like, if I did half that amount of work, they'd be like, cool, thanks. I'm going to go make $7,000 off this video by clickbaiting the hell out of it. And then you're not going to get any credit. And it's like,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's just it's with everything. There's good and there's bad, and ultimately, like, it's on the consumer to kind of differentiate between if you want to support those content creators who are there clickbaiting their asses off and like playing off of people's loss of life and all of that, like, more power to you.
Yeah.
But there's also a ton of YouTubers who are out there to kind of tie it back into the original conversation again. There's ASMR YouTubers out there that I would 100% support because they are people who truly just have a passion for what they're doing.
Yeah.
And enjoy the content that they create. There's people who are making ASMR for money and to be as cringy as possible. And that's what I personally have a problem with.
Or like, even like, I think Nikocado Avocado's channel should just be completely shut down.
No comment. I know of their existence. I have never watched a second of their content. For that exact reason. I know what it is, and it's not for me. So maybe that's a lesson to take away from this conversation too. Like, if there's something that's out there like that you know just isn't for you, don't watch it.
Yeah, don't give it more engagement, because then it's just gonna.
Then they'll keep making it.
Yeah, and my issue with that is like it just really promotes like unhealthy eating and like eating disorders, and it just drives me insane.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of content that does that. Don't like.
Yeah.
let's not bat an eye at that. There's a lot of bad, but I think overall, you know, as with any form of content, there are people that you're going to want to support, and there's people that you're not going to want to support. If you're somebody who likes to listen to this podcast and wants to support Kyle and I, follow us on Spotify and iTunes. Listen to our podcast on all of our platforms, like our videos, share our videos with your friends, retweet us, whatever. Like, we're not asking you to spend money on us. There's no reason to now. Maybe in the future. Maybe if we ever make merch, maybe buy some of that. Like, that'd be cool.
Like,
we'll probably let's be real. We'll probably price it at a point where we're at most making we're going to be making the merch ourselves. We're going to be getting like $2 a t-shirt. Like,
oh my Lord. That's whoever normalized $60 hoodies die.
I'm not going to argue with that too much, just because like even like generic brand hoodies are expensive. Just buying a Nike hoodie is expensive. Yeah. And again, that's just a situation where like sometimes I'd rather just support a creator who I know isn't a multi-billion-dollar company running sweatshops. Yeah. Than like, especially like creators who make their own stuff. Like, there's a lot of creators that have partnered with like Etsy stores, and that's who makes their merch. Like, that's cool as shit. I'm supporting two people doing that. Yeah. Like, that's awesome. I'll buy that merch any day of the week. I don't need to buy another. I don't like Carhartt. I buy the shirts because they are like go on sale for like $12 on Amazon. Yeah. They fit like shit too. Like, this is a medium. This thing is fucking huge on me. Like,
oh my Lord.
This is a medium. I could probably be an extra small. I could be a kid's large.
Yeah.
Fucking Carhartt K87s.
They're like exclusively Target clearance because it's dirt cheap. I hate Target. I hate them as a corporation, but they make cheap stuff.
That they do. Kyle says, I'll buy a shirt if you send me the right size this time. Kyle, I swear I texted them that you wanted an XL. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was my bad. Regardless, we will try to make it right for you.
I never heard this story.
Kyle made shirts for us for the podcast that we normally wear. I can tell you watch my podcast every week. Maybe you should start Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. That goes for everybody listening to this. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Time, youtube.com. Just search Two Average Husbands. We don't have a custom URL yet. You need 100 subscribers for that. Get us to 100 subscribers. We're giving away a t-shirt at 100 subscribers. But we made shirts with like a logo on them, and we sent one to Uncle Kyle. He wanted XL. We sent him a large. It's a whole thing. So that was our bad. We'll admit that one. But that is all that we have for you this week. I don't want to make this episode go too long for our live watchers who are out there. As always, thank you all for tuning in. Logan, thank you so much for filling in this week. We'll definitely have you on again sometime with Kyle, and maybe some other guests coming up in the future as well. Do you have any anything you want to say on your way out?
I was very happy to be here. Sorry that we had to re-record this. Entirely my bad. And overall, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. As always, you can find us on social medias on Twitter and Instagram, and it is at the number 2 AVG Husbands. You can search us on YouTube and all of the major podcasting platforms, just Two Average Husbands, the word spelled out. My Twitter is on the screen right here at JakePerry34. Go ahead and give me a follow. Make sure you check out my fantasy football content at JWB Fantasy Football. I'm writing articles that come out every Friday for them, for some deep sleepers in fantasy football. And we will see you guys on the next episode. And don't forget to tell someone you love them.